Good morning, ladles and jelly spoons. Tim Dowd here for Living with MS in Tenerife. I'm a little bit early today because I want to get going downtown. I'm walking in the village again today because I'm meeting up with Steve and Denise from NTM Video, North Tenerife men. And Webby was going to come, but unfortunately he can't make it, said last night. So it's just us three. So I'm going to go for my walk, and then I've sent them my location so they can find me. And we'll go for a coffee and have a chit chat. Maybe he'll give us the latest on his visa news. Well, we'll see what we will see. So it is 8:56. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tim Dowd for Living with MS in Tenerife. Roll intro. So here we are, walking down. My house is behind me, over here, and or the block where my apartment is. And it's not even my apartment, I'm renting it. And let's see who's on. Nobody. Good God. Good golly, Miss Molly. Oh, of course there is. Ruth's on. Cool dude. Yvonne's on. Bruce is on. Chris is on. Anne and Christine's on. Joanne Thwaites is on. Alan in the hat. Viewers worldwide. Let's put the count on to find out how many people are here. Anyway, so what's happening today? I'm going for a little walk in the village. I might nip down to the beach and then back up for a coffee. And Steve and Denise can catch up with me somewhere along the way. Good morning to everyone, says Pam. Kev Weaver's on. Thank you for your support, Kev. I don't think Mercedes can do less than 90, can they? Ruth's son just popped in before I got the nursery assistant event at the job centre. Cool dude. Carol Smith just popped in. John Hurt, Peter Blake, Ian Williams. They're jumping in now. Who's Denise Pearson? About 15 minutes away. Okay, cool dude. Well, I won't go down the beach just now unless you want to meet down the beach. Christine Roberts is on. Neil Garvey, Fiona Hoare. I used to go out with a girl called Julie Hoare, and her brother was in my class. Russell. Hi Russell and Julie, if you're watching. David Butler's on. I love you, Butler. So where are we? Where I always am. Thursday mornings, unless somebody books. Shout out to NTM Video. This is the guy we're going to meet today. If you're not subscribed to Steve, go ahead and do that. It is at NTM Video, I think, or at NTM, I'm not so sure. But I'm sure somebody will put the link up soon, or during the show. Had a great time last night with Cleo, out at Meetup, MIDWEEK Meetup. We had a couple of drinks, and got home. And I had my canoodle with sauce. That was lovely. That was lovely. It's sort of German comfort food, you know. Linka Satkin. Sorry, not Tum. What? Morning, Tim. Sorry, not Tum. Ah, okay, because you said morning, Tum. Okay. Early on. Marianne Deary's on. We are well, thank you. Thanks for coming in, Marianne. How are you? I'm hoping that everything's okay with you guys, and maybe see you again soon. Alistair Hinksman's on. Oh wow, I just got a whiff of the gully there. Oh, must be a lot of people having a crap up in the hotel up there. We'll see. We'll see what we shall see. I missed loads of people. Brian's on. Anne-Marie, of course. Hi, Anne-Marie. I'm going to turn you around. These people are going doing stuff. Maybe we're going to jump off a mountain, or what type of thing is this? Oh, it's a free bird. That's a catamaran. Are they both free bird? Got nice vans, haven't they? Nice little Fords. Stevie, thank you. It is a beautiful day today. In fact, the humidity's gone down to 50%, so it's very, very nice today. Not as humid as it has been. Let's have a sit here for a second. See what you guys are saying. We're opposite the bus stop over there. So, Emma's on. CC's okay, very good. David Butler, Pam, lovely. Anne's put NTM video up, so that's the guy I'm meeting today, so go and check him out. He does similar to what I do up in the north. Just put Chris Godfrey up. He's got YouTube, but he's very active on Instagram as well. Somebody with a van behind me. Brian's on. Carol's on. Everton Matthews out and about. I'm not sure whether I've subscribed to you, Everton Matthews. Let's have a look to see whether I'm subscribed to you or not. It looks like you got a channel. Let's get on here. Oh, there we go. Ding. Everton Matthews, go to channel. 34 videos, oh wow. Last one was 3 days ago, walking Chester City Centre. My sister used to work there. So, got a new subscription. It's Neil Matthews 1957. If you want to go and check him out. Oh, better do this, isn't it? At Neil Matthews 1957, there you go. Walking Chester City Centre. Well done. So go and subscribe to him. Had a tough few years, Tim, but thank God we're on the mend and keeping well. Marianne, I am so glad about that. I am so glad about that. Lovely day. Okay, let's get that back in there. So let's keep walking. So the bus has just arrived. Now this is 9:04, and the bus doesn't leave till 9:15 in the week and 9 o'clock at the weekend. So that's the nice bus to get, is the 9:15 bus. But get on early because it fills up very quickly. And the last bus back from the bus station in the week is midnight 20 from Los Cristianos, I think. Which is good, so you can go out for a night out in the week. The weekend, the last bus back's 10 o'clock, I don't know why, because it's okay for tourists, because they can go out any night, but for the locals, who wants to come home at 10 o'clock? Me! There we go, that's where we were yesterday. Oh, they took the tables in at night, I didn't realise that, the big tables. Some people looking for the zebra crossing. For those of you who watch Webby's Barber's Experience, we're going to pass it in a minute. Buenos días.
Buenos días, amigo.
Gente que no tiene esa picardía, tío. Un montón de años en la carretera, que Alejandro lleva el carro y lleva 2 días.
Lovely sunny day. Thanks, Tim and Anne, very welcome. So this is the Kaya Barber Shop. where Webby got his beard trimmed. And I haven't met Ray, the guy who did it, a little 17-year-old lad, friends with Connor Tay and Raoul. And apparently, this is going to be the bar we were talking about last night. The Irish-themed bar, because it's not owned by Irish, I don't think. And there's the burger station, still going strong. But I think they're going to have some competition if what the rumour I hear is that corner one there is going to be a fish and chip shop. It's not what we really need here, but 20 minutos. So as I say, 708, 24.5 degrees, that's not too bad. And humidity, 50-something%. Well, that's what it's going to be today. Let's see what it is now. Hey Siri, what's the humidity right now? It's actually 62%, but the average is going to be 50-something today. Every say money, 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 money. Money, 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 morning, 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 morning. That's why morning is the most tweeted word. Good morning. Buenos días. Len Harvey's on. If I missed your name, I apologise. Wait till we're sitting down, we'll have a quick look. Family restaurant, pizzas, and English breakfast they do here as well. Buenas.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Bien, bien, ¿y tú?
Bien.
Oh, painting the railings, you gotta be careful. So, I thought they were closed Wednesdays, not Thursdays. Or maybe they're on holiday. Oh, both days now. Okay. That's the beginning of the end. When businesses start and close in 2 days. When people don't know when they're coming and then they go somewhere else and they find out the coffee's better or something like that. Let's see if we get a parking spot for Steve. People waiting. Buenos días. Hit the thumbs up. Dynamic Serbs on. Up there is the Monte Cristo. That was Dan a minute ago. So there's a guy waiting for a parking spot there. So we might just go down the beach maybe, I don't know. Oh, here's the spot. So I'll stand in it and wait till they come. They said 15 minutes, that was 15 minutes ago. Steve notification. He's here. Oh, he's up at my house. Is he still coming? If I wait here. He's still on the way. Is he walking or is he in the car? Up, lass. Are you walking or are you in the car? Because I've got a parking spot for you. Morning, Timothy. Says Mystic Blue Starfire. There you go. Morning walks keeps me going till next time in Tenerife, which is October. Cool, dude. Mystic Blue Starfire. What's that? There's another thing coming in. Where are we? View live location. He's getting closer. I think he's walking. I'm going to go back up to meet him. Bruce, Heidi Boo game this, I reckon. Heidi Boo game this, I reckon. I understand all the words, I have no idea what you're saying. Jeff, think you're sending the mind? Do you recommend? Definitely. Everybody who stays there said it was fantastic. That's another story. Buenos dias. Should we just go for a coffee and listen to Steve's story? There we go. Ladles and jelly spoons. It's NTM Nidio. Hi, Steve.
Hello there. Hi.
Hi, should we just go for a coffee? Do you fancy a walk?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Go for a walk if you want first, and then coffee.
I'm knackered.
We've got something to tell you.
Oh, you're leaving?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Next week, in 2 weeks' time. So
No!
sold the apartment in 1 day.
You're joking.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go and have a coffee, have a chat.
Yeah, it's not worked out, mate. They won't let us in.
I got a problem now as well.
Over.
I got a problem now as well.
Yeah, I heard you that thing, I know.
Just cancel me health insurance. There we go, this Momo's, I think.
Yeah. Up here, Denise. Denise, whoa.
Oh dear. It's all kicking off, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, just give up, mate. Give up. We're asking question after question after question, and we just said, we've had enough. I'm sick of it.
So
It's not happening.
what's the thing they're most against?
Well, they don't know. They don't tell you.
They don't tell you. They just query everything.
Go and grab a table if you can.
There is one.
Back there, no?
Might be on the back.
Cámbiame esos 3 billetes para
There we go. Do you want sun or shade?
It's in your hand, isn't it? I'm sick.
I'll sit here then.
Oh, that's your new box of tricks, isn't it?
It is. I quite like it actually. I got more boxes of tricks in here as well. Let's, you still got me, have you? There you go, laddie. So let's bring this down here.
So it looks like it's just holidays now for us.
So you don't even have a place to come for holiday now?
No, we sold it after a day.
So that'll at least give you something,
Yeah.
a buffer, won't it?
Yeah.
Let's do that and that. There we go, Steve. Oh, well, sorry to hear that, mate. Sorry to hear that, darling.
Yeah, it's a bit upsetting, but it's what it is.
You know, Craig actually sent me an email saying, just do whatever they say. He says, and what do you say? Just tell Steve, go back to the UK, get a place to live, think what you're going to do, and see if there's an option to come back for it at all.
I
I mean, buying again is going to be
I don't know.
going to be hard, isn't it?
I can flip it and say, okay, you know, we've got 2 lads over there, spend time with them.
Yeah.
Just come on holiday, and I think that's what we're going to do, isn't it?
The thing is, though, it's not. It's like everything's gone into melting pot.
Yeah.
And it's just that, you know, we see people, oh yeah, we want to go and live in Spain and everything. But it's just since Brexit, it is so hard. And, you know, you think that you've got that first visa and then everything else is just a rubber stamp thing.
I'm going to do a video about it.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to put it out and tell people what to expect, because it's not what you think. You turn up at Manchester or any consulate in the UK, and that is so easy.
Yeah.
And they stamp the passport, and on you go. Then you move your whole life here, and you think everything's rosy, and it isn't. What it is, it's a complete new application. But you've moved your own, and then they're being very strict. It's soul destroying, it really is.
So, I mean, I know you said this before online, so I don't think I'm giving anything away, but on the first application, they were sort of saying, oh yeah, you need this amount, and this thing, and well, we will take that bit of your flat and that bit of this. So
all sorts of things.
you came through, and then this time, what are they saying? Where's your 75 grand, yeah?
Yeah.
Exactly, but what you've got to realise is, say you do that next application, which is for 2 years.
Right.
You've got to prove you've got somewhere around 60 odd grand or something like that.
Yeah.
You've got to prove that. But I'm a pensioner. I've got another 60 odd grand. I'm going to be using that over the next 2 years.
Right.
So when the next 2 year barrier comes,
Yeah.
I'm down. I haven't got that again. So then they said, well, you've got it off. And it's just.
But then even last time, it weren't the fact that you've got 60 grand now today. Then this says, well, can we see a bank statement from 6 months ago?
Yeah, I want to see a bank statement from 6 months ago. That's
In case you've transferred it out.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Morning.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Café con leche, agua con gas.
Same.
Do you want an café con leche?
Té negro con
Okay.
leche frío.
Thank you.
Solo una botella de agua, sí. Gracias.
Yeah, see, it is asking all sorts of obscure questions. Now, so what's happened now? When we made the decision, and we started packing some boxes already, and I says, hey up, I've got an email from the Foreigner Office. Now, the problem is here, you have to have a clave key to
Right.
be able to access it.
Right.
I can't. I've tried and tried. I can't get one.
Okay.
So I have to go to the lawyer. And we noticed on it, it says there's a deadline day of 11th of August. So they're asking for more information. It has to be back by the 11th.
Bearing in mind, this is for me.
Yeah, this is for
This
it.
is nothing to
That's
do
nothing
with
Oh,
to
so
do with
you're
me.
reapplying
It's
for your
just-
next 2 years now,
because
aren't
then
you?
I have
This
to
is for
apply
me.
to try and come to stay with her.
Right.
And so we've got this, and it's the 11th of August. And the lawyer, the immigration lawyer's on holiday. He's not
Till
back till the
12th.
12th. So we know when it gets to the 11th what they'll say. Out of time.
Yeah.
It's just any excuse to stop you coming.
But we still think that issue, when Steve got refused, we think they've flipped it, and we think it's me they've refused and not Steve. But somewhere
It's
they've
got, but they won't
but
answer.
they won't admit.
we can't talk to anybody.
Because the thing is, the emails for me
Yeah.
are coming through to Steve,
Do you know the ironic thing is?
and I know that I put my email down.
Right.
Do you know the ironic thing? Because with packing and stuff, I had some dumbbells that we used just to keep generally fit, because I used to do bodybuilding years ago.
To keep the door open.
Just to keep fit.
It didn't work.
And well, that's another story. Anyway, so this guy turns up. He's English, and he lives in a village about 10 mile away. So he comes up and he says, and we tell light, and he says, I can give you a number of a friend of mine who works in Foreigner Office. She's sorted loads of problems.
No.
Hey, it's too late. It's done. It's what's happening. That's it now.
I don't know what happened to me, because I called my, for those of you who don't know, my health insurance stopped working on the 1st of August. No text, no email, no letter, nothing. Just stopped working.
Yep.
And the only reason I found out is because I got an appointment on the 27th. I wanted to check what time it was.
Yeah.
So I went in the system. It says this card is invalid. So I went, oh. So I deleted it, got my card out, scanned the thing again, and it wouldn't even do it.
Yep.
So I thought, what do I do now? So I went up to the doctors and I said to the, people on the thing, my card's not working. Oh, don't worry, they said, we'll get you a new one. I said, fine. So she went, no, nothing. I said, well, what do I do now? She said, you got to go to Granadilla and apply again. So I went, okay. So I retired last year, 2023, October, 1st of October 2023. And before that, I applied for my pension in March. Now in Germany, as soon as you apply for your pension, you are no longer
attached,
insured to your wife.
Yeah.
Because I was on her family insurance because I wasn't working, and I was looking after her, so I was on her insurance. But as soon as I apply for my own pension, I get taken off, right? And they put me on this pre-pension scheme, right, where I've got to pay. So she said, we wondered why you were applying early, because you got to pay your own health insurance. So they didn't tell me that either. So in September they sent me a warning letter saying, if you don't pay this, you're going to lose your health insurance. I said, pay what? I'm on my wife's insurance. Oh no, you applied for your pension back in March, so you owe us now this money. So I had to pay him 350 euros, right, in Germany, into Germany. So anyway, I went, okay. So I paid the 350 euros, everything was okay with that. And then as soon as the 1st of October came, the Germans put me on the pension, and now I'm a pensioner, right?
Yeah.
In March, they sent a letter electronically, an S72.
Yeah.
They sent the S72 to Granadilla automatically to change my role. And in October, they sent another one to say, now I'm a pensioner, right? And they got a reply both times. But I said, so what's happened? She says, I don't know, I'll have a look. So she looked at the reply, and she said, oh, it's in Spanish. So I said, well, send it to me, I'll translate it. Oh, no, I'll just do Google, she says. So she Google translates from Spanish to German, and says, oh, we don't have a request for this gentleman. So they got the S73, but I hadn't requested the change. But nobody knew, right? They got a reply and went, okay, everything's fine. They didn't bother reading the fine print, right? Declined. So I've been on the wife's insurance ever since, you see, according to the Spanish people. And that was all right. I don't mind. I've got me everything like that. Anyway, I did my tax this year, didn't I? So I've just paid my tax. And now they've gone, just a minute, he's paying tax. That means he can't be, They've talked to each other and they've just gone, done. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't say you owe us for a year and a half's worth of healthcare,
Yeah.
But I've got
even that issue. You've paid tax.
Yeah, paid my tax.
Last year.
Yeah.
Right, but you did, for whatever reason, we decided to pay it in two.
This year I decided to pay it in two, and last year I paid it. I said I'll pay it all in one.
Yeah.
This year I said, no, why should I give money? I'll pay it in two.
Yeah, exactly.
Then what happened is all this unfolded, and so I've got this second payment. I thought, well, I don't really want to leave the island owing tax. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
So I went to try and pay it.
And you can't pay it.
Well, what a commotion! I went in. He said, "Oh, you need to get thing for you from your accountant." So I went to see the accountant. He printed it off.
He couldn't do it because he.
I rang up my
into
bank.
that
They
class.
can't do it online. You've got to do it at the bank. Went to the bank. You're not a client. You can only do it on Tuesdays and Wednesdays between between certain hours.
Yeah.
What a carry-on, wasn't it? Eh? And then we were in the bank for an hour and a half one morning, trying to just waiting.
No.
Oh, you got quickly then. You got served quickly.
First time you went, we didn't have the cash.
I guess to counter, and I said, "Can I pay?" Yeah, you can pay. I says, and I got his card. I said, "Oh no, cash." I says, "Well, you won't take a card?" No, we won't take a card.
So then we went and got the cash, and then we didn't realise it. You could only do it from Tuesdays to Thursdays. It was 20 to 11.
So you got a load of cash in your pocket, walking around.
The administration here is poor.
I mean, when you think about it, a bank, that won't take a card, yet they're going on about money laundering. So, you know, you're paying your tax money. Is somebody not
Out your sock.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ladies and jelly spoons, I've been ignoring you things. Let's go and see what you guys are saying. So we go all the way back here. Joanne, all talking amongst themselves. Mystic Blue Starfire. That's a new one. Go to channel. Mystic Blue Starfire. It's got 2,500 things, videos. New moon in Sagittarius. Fire transmission. Cool dude. I'll subscribe to that. I'll have a look at it later. Everton Matthews. What else we got? Mystic Starfire. Neil Lewis. Tim, my pension stops working here in the UK in 4 months before my birthday. I have to work till whenever Starmer says so, says Neil. Oh dear. That was a private pension, I assume, was it? Tenerife Tez is on. Alan's Homemade Vlogs is on. Garen Davis is on. I've got loads of moderators, me. Views from our travels. That's not...
Tengo poco personal.
Muchas gracias, Christine.
Gracias.
3 corazones hoy. Oh, do you want a drink of water? Do you want a drink of water?
Thank you.
That's why I won't drink tea, because it's got to go in before the boiling water goes on, isn't it?
Yeah, she likes it in a teapot usually. But...
You got any sugar? Tenemos azúcar.
Sugar. Nope.
Gracias, mi niña. Do you want one?
Not for me. No.
Do you need any sugar?
No. Yeah.
No, just keep it. Oh yeah. So we got loads here. Shirley's on. David's on. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it?
And I can stream in 1080p, 6 megabytes a second,
Yeah.
and I can plug 4 cameras in the top and 2 webcams.
So is it just a USB from the...
It's just a USB to this. When you plug a USB in, it does webcam. And that's this one here.
Yeah.
And then I can do, what's that one? That's boom. So I can do things like, you're watching TimothyDowd.com.
Right, you can just...
That's cool, isn't it?
Good, yeah. What, is it a Panasonic one then?
This is a YOLO box. It's a Chinese thing from YOLO Live, YOLOLIV.com. And they do 4 of them. This is the second to the top range, because the ones previous are old technology now. So they came out about 4 years ago with the YOLO box.
Yeah.
And then they came up with the YOLO Box Pro. Then they came up with the InStream, which is basically like a TikTok thing.
Yeah.
Then they came out with the Ultra, which does both. So I can do sideways or upright. And they brought one out now called the Extreme, which you can get 10 cameras in it, but that's professional. That's professional.
So is it heavy when you're walking around with it? Not too bad.
It's not too bad, no. And I've got this great big thing on it. You know, if you had a smaller handle on it, then that's also okay. But yeah, but I quite like it because I can do my intro as well. So I can say, ladies and gentlemen, it is 9:20. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tim Dowd for Living with MS in Tenerife. Roll intro. So we're back in the room, there you go. Neil's explaining that, where are we? The state pension age is being moved from 66 to 71, we know that.
Yeah.
So it's affecting everyone who's 65 before April next year. Yeah, but we all knew that 15 years ago, or 10 years ago at least, didn't we? I was wondering why your pension finishes in 4 years. Or did you say it starts in 4 years?
quite sure. I don't know.
No, what happened to me is that my pensionable age, because I was born in 1960, my pensionable age is like pro rata.
Yeah.
So I think if you're born in 58 to 64, you get a bit of a...
You see, that's where it went wrong for the waspy women.
That's right, yeah.
Which I was one of them. I mean, I did have about 3 years when they changed it.
So you could have retired at 60?
Yeah, but I was in that period where they changed it, and that's what all the hassle is, because they're saying that a lot of women, probably mainly single women, were banking on retiring at 60.
Right.
And they changed it. So then them women then had to work 5 more years.
Right, I only had to work, or I only have to work because I haven't reached it yet. I could have retired at 65, and I think it's 66 and 4 months is the one I've got. Have you seen him? Come and say hello. Come and say hello. We're live now. Yeah, let me do this. We got 152 people watching.
Are you live?
We're live right now, yeah. So, if you can see yourself on here.
Hello.
Right, so what's your name, where are you from?
David, I'm from Sheffield.
Pop down.
Sheffield!
There we go. Well, where are you from?
I'm from here. Well, where was I born?
Yeah.
Years and years ago, Earlham, Manchester.
Oh, right.
But I left when I was 8 months old, so I don't remember it.
Oh, fair enough.
So what's your name, where are you from?
I'm River, and I'm also from Sheffield.
From Sheffield.
Yeah.
What's your name, where are you from?
Ash from Nottingham.
Ash from Nottingham. Macmaster Country. What's your name?
Kieran.
Kieran. Kieran from?
Nottingham.
From Nottingham. And here we go. You don't want to come on? The others don't want to come on. Well, we've got to stop you here because you can't go any further, unfortunately, because there's too many good-looking people in town.
That's it.
So did you see my videos before you came?
Yeah, we're up.
Did you find the village first and then look to see and then found me, or did you find me first and then go, we're going to go there?
Village. Yeah. They found your YouTube videos.
Did you find the village first?
Yeah, we'd already booked the holiday, then we went to have a look.
And then because that's what 99% of they find the village and then they go, let's Google Kayasavaki, and you come up with the ambassador of Kayasavaki. You too can have an accent like mine for only $39.95 down and 3 easy payments of $9.95. Ring 1-800-NO-BRITS. So where are you staying?
Blue Sea.
The Blue Sea Kayao Gardens.
Yeah.
Cheap and cheerful, we call it up here. It's all right, isn't it? It is. Yeah.
Rooms.
Sorry?
No aircon in the room.
You don't need aircon here. Just open the window. It's been a bit humid the last couple of days, but the humidity's gone lower now, so we're all right with that. You can have that one. We've got 2 of them. No, I've got my own one here. So, how long are you staying for?
A week.
So, you just arrived?
Yesterday, yeah.
Yesterday. So, you'll be here tomorrow. We do a show at the Monte Cristo tomorrow.
We're going to play bingo.
You're going to play bingo?
We're going to Siam Park.
Okay.
Siam Park, and we're
You're going to Siam Park and you're going to come and play bingo.
Where is the premiere?
If you walk down to that tree,
Yeah.
it's just in front of that, just behind the tree is Masala Indian Restaurant. Up the steps. Can't miss it. Can't miss it. Go and have a look now if you like. They're open at 1 or 2 o'clock, I think. And bingo starts around about 2 or 3. And if you get there early, you get a seat.
Yeah.
But if not, they spread out a little bit. Sometimes they go into the next bar. But the next bar's good as well.
That on your video.
They got nice burgers there for $5.50. Excellent. Yeah. And wherever you go, when you go in, they say, we saw this on Tim's YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Okay? And then maybe. And when you go into the Monte Cristo and you get a drink, just say, we're here because of Tim.
Yeah.
Right? Not Webby. Have you seen Webby as well? Oh, if you're into sport, Webby's the guy. And he's be with me on Friday as well. And I'll interview you. Okay?
That's fine.
Sound as a pound. See you guys. Enjoy Siam Park. Ladles and jelly spoons, there you go. We're famous. Do you get stopped, Steve?
Yeah, a couple of times.
Yeah?
Yeah. People come and say... the funniest one was I was walking along the front and it was a foreign guy. And he sat like in a cafe, and I'm coming towards him this way, and he went, "It's no for Tenerife." I couldn't stop laughing.
It's north of Tenerife, man. Yeah, well, we were talking about pensions, weren't we?
Yes.
Well, basically, 66 and 4 months is my official retirement date. And in Germany as well, because they did the same thing in Germany. So then they called me up and they said, you're coming up to 63, Mr. Dowd. I said, yeah. They said, you've been paying into the system for so long, England, America and Germany,
Yeah.
that we can offer you 2 years early. So 66 and 4 months, I can retire at 64 and 4 months, which is just gone.
Right.
Last March. But then they said, but if you want to go at 63, we'll just take 12% off. So I worked out what the pension was,
Yeah.
what the 12% was,
Yeah.
and then I added all the money together between getting the money at 63
Yeah.
until I was 66 and 4 months, which I wouldn't have got,
Yeah,
right? I
yeah,
wouldn't have got
yeah,
that money.
yeah.
I took all that out, divided it by the 12%,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
not losing money till I'm in my mid-70s.
Yeah.
I think Barney's doing that.
Yeah, we've got a neighbour who's German, speaks very good English.
But having said
And,
that, he's going back to Germany.
Yeah, he's,
Oh, is he?
he's going back to yeah. His wife's got cancer.
Oh,
and,
no.
So he's decided to go back, and he's leaving about a month, 6 weeks after us.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's all go. It's all change. Yeah.
But I mean, we even found out things that we didn't know about selling the property.
Yeah.
The taxes that we've got to pay.
You won't believe it. You won't believe
See,
it.
this is it. People go into buying something and they don't see the whole picture.
We're fortunate. 3rd of August
Yeah.
is 3 years. I'm over 65. She's over 65. If you sell it, no capital gains tax.
Well done.
If you buy a property before and sell it while you're younger, you've got capital gains tax to pay.
No.
Yep. As well as retention taxes and all sorts, and 5% estate agent fees.
But you've got to pay.
But it's only about 3% at UK. It's so expensive.
And the seller pays, right? Not the buyer.
With the benefit of hindsight, I would have rented one. I'll tell anybody now to rent. Don't buy, because it's just not worth it with all the taxes and everything.
Well, if I'd have bought my place back in 2014, I think I could have got it for about 220,000,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They're 280,000 now, maybe a bit more.
Yeah.
So 220,000. And if I'd have got, and I was paying 650, right?
Yeah.
So 220,000, I got to do it on a calculator, I can't do it. 220,000 divided by 650 equals 340 near enough months, yeah?
Yeah.
So divide that by 12 is 28 years.
Yeah.
So basically 28 years, interest free,
Yeah.
and I thought, well, in my 80s,
Yeah, no.
or in my 70s, sorry, you know,
There comes a time, doesn't it? when
Yeah.
It's just not.
it's not
Yeah.
worth it, yeah?
See, that had a big
And I wouldn't have got a mortgage anyway, and I wouldn't be paying 650 on the mortgage. I'd
No,
be paying a lot
yeah,
more on the mortgage, right? Because they wouldn't let me do it over 65. So it just wasn't. I couldn't do it. It just wasn't viable for me.
No.
See, we sort of put everything into the mix as well, because we were sort of thinking, you know, so for instance, you know, eventually Steve and I were around. The nightmare that the
Yes.
boys would have legally, etc., you know, to sell the property here, I think it just would have been a
Yeah,
minefield.
it would have
for
been a
them.
minefield for the
Yeah.
lads to.
It wouldn't be an inheritance. It'd be as the Germans say, a klotz on bein.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
definitely.
Yeah,
a clubfoot.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we've that's all this was in the pot, and then we just decided, we're just going to have to do it because we can't stop. It's quite evident they don't want us here, and
I don't think it's personal, you know. I really don't think it's personal. I think that they're given a brief to do this, this, and this, and
I'm not saying it's personal, but I am saying that they don't really want to get Britain or third country people here. They don't want them.
right. But I don't think it's Britain. I think it's all third countries.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah?
exactly. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I think what.
So like as an example, I was walking down doing a vlog the other day, and I'm walking down one of the streets, And there's a guy there. He's sat in a doorway, down and out. And he's playing his guitar and what have you. And the guy's talking to him, and he's talking to him in English. And as I walk past, he's saying, "Yeah, Germany's finished. I come here because Germany's finished." And I'm thinking, nothing against that guy, but it's like this. Here's the Spanish authorities telling me who's paid taxes for the last 2 years have to go home, and there's a guy sat in the doorway here, but because he's European, he could stop here.
That's right. It's the freedom of movement.
It just don't make sense.
It makes sense. I'll tell you what doesn't make sense is Britain going out of the European Union.
Yeah, well, I
Totally
voted to stay in. And what I did find strange was apparently there's people on the Costa del Sol voted to go out. Living in bloody Spain.
I know. but that is the mentality, I suppose, isn't it?
Yes,
you know, it's what's the other? Everybody else.
Yeah.
Does that work? There you go. Can you see it? Can you see it?
Yep.
And now here's the best bit. Here's the best bit.
How many more tricks?
Oh yeah. Roland, where's your motorbike? Yeah. Yeah, this is a very old 360-degree camera.
No, it's not too bad, actually.
An old 360-degree camera, right? If we stick it on here.
Well, leave it there.
I'm enjoying this. I'll turn it on. Does that turn on? Yeah. There you go. And then if we got another cable.
It's wired for sound.
This is going to be fun, ladies and gentlemen. And plug that in there. So it goes into webcam mode immediately and then shows up here.
On the corner.
And because it's a 360-degree camera, I've just got to do this, picture in picture, take the 360-degree camera and us together, and then make me really small. Oh no, I can do it here because it's dark here, isn't it? There you go. And now I can put us all on.
Crikey.
That's cool, isn't it? So me and Steve are here in the bottom corner, and everybody else is all around, and you can see it there, right?
Yep.
Can you see the whole thing, or can you see the comments as well?
No.
Okay,
Can't see the comments,
that's
but you
good.
can see different screens, yeah.
Yeah, but what I can do is I can turn the HDMI out to mirror the entire screen. So now you should be able to see the comments as well.
Yeah.
That's cool, isn't it?
That was very good, isn't it?
It's too small though to read, isn't it?
No, I can read it.
You can? Okay, I'll leave it like that then. So please hit those thumbs up. And we can bring the comments on screen as well. Len, I got a friend who was in fireman. He retired with a very nice lump sum and a great pension. I think the police are the same, but yes, you're right. Yeah. I mean, my brother-in-law is a Marine, Royal Marine, policeman, postman.
Yep.
So he's going to have 3 pensions.
Yep.
He's just turned 65, and he should have 3 pensions at 66 and 2 months. I think he can retire at. So he's going to be all right. But my sister, she's just got just been told she's ill. You know. So don't wait to retire is the message.
I agree.
Do not wait to retire.
I've always said to people, everybody's got life measured by a piece of string.
Yeah.
But any one time it can snap.
Exactly.
So we don't know how long it is, and at any one time it can snap. So you have to do things, and that's why we chose to come here when we did. We said that was it. We come in, didn't we? We've done it. We've enjoyed it. It's very sad, but it's what it is. We have to get on with it and move to the next phase of our lives.
I know.
Don't we?
It's. Have you got an idea of what you're going to do? You're going to carry on with the channel, I hope.
Yeah, I've got something in my pocket for that.
Okay.
I've got something in the pocket.
Well, we'll be part of it.
Might be very interesting. I've viewed some other channels, and it's something we thought about doing, and we may do. And
but you're not giving it away now?
No.
Okay,
not
good.
Yet. Not yet.
Are you still in touch with Lee?
Yes.
Good.
Lee's he's not very well at the moment, is he?
No, it's done about Mac.
Oh, Mac. Oh, yeah.
Our
Lee's not very well.
Oh, your Lee's not well?
No.
We're not saying anything that he's not put on his own channel, but he's got autoimmune
disease.
Oh, no.
And a few weeks ago he's had to have, we thought it was just a cataract operation, but they decided
he's got the onset of glaucoma, so he's had one eye done, he's going for the next eye done.
But he's having to go on steroids for 2 weeks, and he says, he says coming off them, it's just like cold turkey.
Oh, right.
He says it's awful.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, contact.
Do you want another coffee?
Shall we have another one? Yeah. I'm still in touch with Lee.
Okay.
He's a good,
but you never
good
know,
bloke.
we might end up living near his neck of woods, because although we're from Doncaster,
Pudsey.
Although we're from Donny, we're
we
thinking of moving more North Yorkshire.
Yeah.
So you still got the house over there, but it's rented out, you say?
We've got an apartment, but we're in the process,
Trying to sell it.
crossed, of trying to sell it.
Okay.
But luckily, thank God for Scott, he's got his house, so we can go and
he's got a girlfriend now which lives in North Yorkshire, so he's not always there. So, so that's where we're going to head up to.
Okay.
We'll change locks, and then he can't get back in.
Squatters, there you go. And what you could have done was come here and squatted at the hotel at the top of the road. There you go. I don't think they're legal here.
No.
I don't really want to pack up that vlogging. It's something I've really enjoyed.
No, I think the thing is, if you don't do anything, then you vegetate, don't you?
Yeah. It's got me out. It's got me walking. I've enjoyed doing the editing. It's just been great.
What are you editing on at the moment? LumaFusion?
No, still on Final Cut.
Final Cut?
Yeah,
excellent,
it's the best.
Excellent.
To me, it's the best. I know you get lots of people singing praises about Adobe and Premiere Pro and all that.
DaVinci
Resolve. But I quite like that magnetic timeline myself. I think it's very good.
The thing is, if you're not doing like 20 different things, and you've got to place it. But the thing is, even if you don't want the magnet, and we're going a bit technical here now, but if you don't want to use the magnetic timeline, there's a button you can press where you can just do stuff.
Yes.
I think it's the P button.
Yeah.
So press P and hold it, move it something like that, and then where you let go, that's where it redocks, you know. I'm just going to tell him anyway.
David said there were no microphone for Steve, but I've just moved it around. Can you hear
You stick it on. I'll put that there for now. I'm just going to go on. You want another tea?
Yes, please.
Té negro, leche
Con leche
frio in a pot.
It's okay.
I'll get it, Tim. I'll get it. I'll go and get it. I'll go
I'm ordering it. You can pay for it.
I'll order it. Yeah, so it's a sad day for us, really.
I saw somebody on there saying about stay there, you don't think anything of that, but you can't live like can't
live like that. You know, it's the immigration lawyer said to me at the time. He said, just stay out of trouble. Not that I get into trouble, but even a motoring conviction, and you know, effectively I'm illegal, and that's why we've decided we've got to get out. We've got to return to the UK. But you know, we can still come on holiday, and that's probably what we'll do.
But we've also made some really good friends on this channel.
Yes,
and David and Tim and Christina, and we met Webby and met loads of people that probably without the YouTube community.
No. It's a pity Webby couldn't come, so we could say.
No, his car's a problem.
Yeah.
But see, if he'd have told me, I would have told him to get his arse in gear and come down. But
It's all right. I'll text him.
let's find out. I'll find out where he is. Where is he? Webby. We'll be in Momo's for the next 25 minutes.
I'm going to put an announcement out on the channel at the end of the month. I'm currently busy doing loads of vlogs.
Well, yeah, I mean, do a Tenerife test.
Yeah, you should grab a load and do them. Yeah.
You'll be saying, good morning, it's a beautiful day today. I said, just a minute, it's 2027.
Yeah, it's what it is.
They'll cut it off and they'll just shiv it over to America, what is it?
But we've noticed as well in Puerto, things have changed a little bit.
Yeah, the north side of the island is changing, isn't it?
Weather-wise,
No, there's a lot of good old established businesses.
Yeah, old established, just closing.
Really?
Down. Yeah.
and on the other hand,
you've got,
that big hotel's being revamped.
You've got the
Who owns that?
Who owns the BANTER?
It's the people that My Way Resorts, the people that built Obama Hotel.
Okay, so
So they're developing that, yeah, because that was the first luxury hotel in Spain. Yeah, it's a pity I couldn't see it because it's not going to open until September time.
Supposedly September 21st, but it's only...
I would have liked to have seen it.
What I'll do is I'll go and film it and I'll send you the footage and then you can put it out on your channel. You know, if you want any footage from me, I can do something, you know, and then you just do the voiceover.
Yeah.
You know?
That's possible, I know. And I appreciate that.
So what I've got now is this came with it, right? But I didn't like it because
it's a piano.
Well, this came with it. Basically, you can, instead of pressing here,
you
can actually change it
keyboard,
now.
Yeah.
So basically, this is USB 2. So that's our camera. Then we've got roll intro. Then we got USB 1. And then we got pip video. So pip video is putting my voice back in. So that's the picture-in-picture video. And these are the overlays here. So I can say, you're watching TimothyDowd.com. So I'm quite enjoying this. Let's go back to your thing. Zoom. See, this is different between live and recorded vlogs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Live vlogs, you're interacting with the people, you're reacting. And the recorded vlogs, you can actually tell a story.
Yeah.
And I don't really have time to tell a story because I don't have one.
Yeah.
You know, basically my whole thing is reacting to you guys.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So Thursday walk, here we go. Thursday walk and Meetup. That's pretty good, that, isn't it?
Yeah, very good.
And I can do it, what it does in 720p automatically, no, 480p automatically, and then advanced, you can put up to 1080p. Oh, he's watching. Webby's watching.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. So Webby, you got the news already. So if you got 5 minutes to come down and say ta-ra, 2 weeks you're leaving.
We actually fly out on the 29th.
So a one way.
Yeah, one way. Yeah, that's it.
That's sad, man.
Yeah.
That's sad, man.
Alan's own mate was just been saying, get a dinghy. And
Yeah, no, I saw it. I just saw the note. Yeah.
We were watching something and they were talking about El Hierro, that apparently there's more migrants.
There's more migrants than residents. Locals.
Yeah, the kayakos, they call them, kayakos, like kayaks, they come in. But I reckon it's the people selling the dream of Europe on the coast of Africa, you know? And the thing is, what does a government do? They've got to put them somewhere, right?
Yes, yeah.
Now, if they haven't built the infrastructure, like Britain hasn't, what have they got to do? They've got to put them in a hotel. Yeah. Because they don't have the infrastructure for that many migrants, right?
Nope.
But who's getting the money from the government It's the cronies. It's the cronies that own the hotels, who probably have a shitty hotel that would never be full ever.
Yeah,
right?
never get full
And now
occupancy.
they're paying double the rent of a night, right, that they would normally get.
Yeah.
And we're paying that.
Yeah.
So instead of being angry at the migrant, right, who's been sold a dream of Europe, be angry at the capitalist that is making the money.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between Farage and Corbyn. That's the difference between Farage and Corbyn. It's the same problem, but Farage blames the brown guy and Corbyn blames the capitalist.
Yeah.
So what you've got to do, you've got to decide what type of narrative that you want.
Thank you.
And the narrative is, do I blame the capitalists for taking advantage of a terrible situation on both sides, the capitalist selling the dream and the capitalist making the money, or do I blame the brown guy who's trying to make a better life for himself?
Yeah, you can't blame them for wanting to make a better life for themselves.
But unfortunately, that's what's happening. You know?
Yeah.
That's what's happening, and you'll be on the wrong side of history if you pick the wrong side. I tell you.
Yeah.
The next government is Farage. He's the next prime minister. You know, unless the left can pull magic out the hat. So you've just gone extreme in Britain now, and it's going to be extreme right or extreme left.
Yeah.
But I would prefer extreme left because I got no money.
I mean, I know you probably don't watch British TV, but there's been an issue in UK at Epping, which is close to our house.
Yes, we used to live in Epping. Yeah.
And they've had the issue because somebody's committed an offence and.
Yeah. And so there's been lots of rising up. There's little pockets of starting to rise up in the UK now.
No, but I think what it is that I don't say you're, but I don't want to say the media either, because there's plenty of media that you can watch that gives you the truth.
Yes.
But most of the media that's put in front of your face is owned by billionaires.
Yeah.
And they want you to think like that.
Yes,
because
of
if
course.
Corbyn gets in, right, if Corbyn eventually gets in, or his party gets in, Your Party, have you seen it?
No,
The new party
yeah,
they've
I've seen
just
it,
started?
Yeah.
And if he gets in, then the billionaires don't want that, of course, because
No.
that means there's going to be tax and
Yeah.
everybody's going to get the services they want, and the billionaires are going to have to pay, you know.
Yeah.
So it is in their interest to push the far right.
Yeah.
And that's what you're going to get in any media that's owned by a billionaire. You're going to get the far right, and they're going to sell it to you.
It's everything in life is like that. It's pushed away. You know, you just look. This is another thing we think about. Is we just think, yeah, okay, we'll go back to the UK. We sit there, we see our family, and that's what's important. And we just get on with what we can do. We can't influence the world and what's happening.
That's exactly right.
You know, I'm 70 years of age. Just get on and enjoy whatever time I've got left.
Exactly. No, I mean, I am a political person in the fact that it bugs me that we can be so easily manipulated.
Yes, we are.
That bugs me that we can be so easily manipulated. And it's so easy to inform yourself now in the age of internet, right? But if you get down a rabbit hole, even on the internet, if you click on something, I clicked on Tommy Robinson last night, right? Because we were talking about Tommy Robinson. He's been accused of beating a guy up in a subway and he's fled to Tenerife, right? And I didn't believe that. I didn't believe that. So now, that's what people believe. So there was an interview with him.
Yes, I saw that.
You saw the interview?
Yeah, because I think he's just everything that Tommy Robinson stands for. I think again it's the media that's manipulated people.
Well, it does, right? I mean, I don't agree with all his politics, but I do agree. I do agree that there are certain elements that are targeting kids. And I'm against that, you know. You'd be daft if you're not.
That's right.
You know? But I don't want to get into politics on that. But it was the way that the media have sort of said Tommy Robinson beat a guy up and then fled to Tenerife. But he'd already booked the Tenerife trip because he'd just been pulled out, right? The guy followed him and wouldn't leave him alone, and so eventually he had to knock him one, and he went down hard, right? And he felt sorry about that. He said, "But what else could I do? I didn't want me pushing me down my stairs, right?" And
because apparently the guy was with somebody else, and Tommy said that he's a paid actor.
Okay,
so
could
he
be.
Knows that.
All right.
Because our Lee follows it.
Yeah, but the thing is he'd already booked the ticket to Tenerife, so he wasn't. And also he called.
He called the police.
the police and said, look, I've had this altercation, it wasn't my fault, I hope that the CCTV will vilify the other guy, yeah? But I'm going to Tenerife. What do I do? And they said, well, okay, off you go. But the press didn't do that.
No.
So I'm not explaining away anything about Tommy Robinson, which isn't his real name. It's Stephen Yaxley Lennon, right?
It's the way the media spins a title, isn't it?
Exactly.
Or to give you a dramatic story.
It's what we do.
Yeah.
Clickbait.
Yeah, clickbait is YouTubers use clickbait, don't they? You know?
Neil saying, all through my father's life, I've been very friendly towards everyone from all walks of life. It disappears before I finish it. You write too much. Walks of life, like us all here, we all being told we are the bad people and all of this. Yeah, if you're brown or disabled, then you're persona non grata in the UK.
Yeah.
But I think it's going over the same. It's the same all over the world, because all the assets are being. What happens if you've got too much money and you can't spend it? What happens? You put the money into assets.
Yeah.
What happens if you don't have enough money or you can't live because all the prices are going up? You sell your assets.
Yeah.
So the gravitation of all the assets are going to the people who've got money.
Yeah, of course it
Let's
does.
say you got a worth of, let's
Money
say,
goes
5
to
million,
money.
right? If you've got 5 million, that'll give you about 200,000 income, passive income in the year.
Yeah.
5 million, I've got 200 grand.
Yeah.
How much do I spend? We probably spend about 30, 40 grand a year.
Yeah.
So even if you go to 60 grand or 100 grand a year, you've still got 100 grand doing nothing every year. So what do? You buy more assets. What do the more assets do? They give you more income.
I know.
Right? So you can't spend the money.
No.
So what they're saying is tax wealth, not work. Right? So tax the people who've got the wealth. And what will happen then is they say, oh, I'm being taxed on this house, well, I'll sell it then. So everybody starts selling the assets, right? So the house prices drop.
Yeah, that's right.
So the young people can get on the ladder.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the assets are being held by the people again. It used to be like that until Maggie Thatcher sold off the houses, the council houses.
Yeah. But then rightly so, she was sort of saying, sell the houses but rebuild, and they didn't do that, did they?
No,
That's
they
what the
didn't.
problem is.
No.
I mean, we were sort of saying as well that the people that are buying ours, they're just going to be holiday makers, aren't they?
Yeah.
And you sort of look, well, the local authorities don't want us. Oh, all right, it's not a lot of money, but we were putting money into the local economy by supermarket and hairdressing and things like
the person
that.
that bought our house is a German guy. It's actually the son of the man above.
Oh, right.
He wants it because I know it's fine. But all they're going to do is holiday makers. So Spain's losing out because, our paying taxes here and all my income was being spent here. And they're saying, you go home, but he can come in and he's only going to spend a bit.
Yeah.
And it's just...
I mean, in complex that we live in, there's about 32 apartments.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some other people left, Germans, they've gone back for whatever reason, right? And when you look at it, there's only going to be probably, 4 apartments that people are actually living in.
Yeah, there's a lot of apartments that...
they're all shut up.
They're all shut up, that people just come out for holidays and stuff, it's...
I mean, the guy that we met the other day from Los Silos, he says it's time that the government looked at all these apartments that are closed up. He says for 11 and a half months a year. He says, and they've got to start doing it. He says because there's people just not got houses here.
Yeah.
No. I mean, the thing is, what you've got to do now, you've got to look at the family. You've got to make sure your family's all right.
Yeah.
And I know it's a bit selfish, but you've got to make sure your family's all right first.
Yes.
But the thing is, if you look at your family and your surrounding areas, and they look at their family and the surrounding areas, then you are doing a movement, right?
Yeah.
And I think Farage was created by the Conservatives, because Farage was saying stuff that the Conservatives weren't allowed to say.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
And Starmer has sort of like taken on the middle Conservative line, right? So I think everything's moved to the right. So a Conservative in the 60s, right, that believed on taxing the rich and, this, that and the other, but if you're working, you should be able to keep a wife, children and a house, right?
Yep.
That was conservatism, right? That's far left now. that idea is far left now, you know. And but we've just gone, yeah. But I think Alan was saying that he hopes that Farage can repair the damage that Starmer's done, right?
We just need people. I find bizarre today, right, more than anything, and I don't like Starmer at all. I'm sorry, but I just don't like the bloke.
No.
I think people don't have backbones. They can't stand up and put their head above the parapet and say, this is what's happening. And the reason is because they earn too much money and they don't want to lose their cushy numbers.
Not only that, but they also don't want to lose the power.
No. They don't, yeah.
But they say, if I lose the power, then who's going to get it? It's going to be the guy that's not as interested in me in social justice.
People need to stand up.
I don't think that Farage wants to heal the country at all. He just wants to line the pockets of him and his mates, and he's using the people on the ground who think like that. They're the first people that they're going to betray. They are the first people they're going to betray, because the middle class, right? Let's assume you're middle class now, right? The middle class is losing the assets as well. So the poor, they got no assets, can't get on the ladder, can't get in the housing ladder, got no assets, right? They got nothing. You can't suck anything out of them, right?
No.
The government, they got no assets. They sold all the hospitals, the schools, the houses. They got no assets. The government's bankrupt, not only morally but you know. So the government's bankrupt. So you can't suck anything out of the government anymore, right? The tax isn't coming in because the people aren't earning, right?
Yep.
So who's left? The middle class. Now the middle class, they're going to have to foot the bill. You know, the whole of the tax burden, right?
Yes, yeah.
Has got to be foot by somebody. The rich aren't going to do it, right?
Yeah.
So it's you. So basically, you've been saying all along, Maggie Thatcher, you know, I'm grocer's daughter, yeah? And as long as I work hard and keep my nose to the ground and do this, do that, I'll be okay. You won't.
Yeah.
You won't. And when that happens, then it's too late. Then it's too late. Then you've got to do the guillotine thing, you know. Then you've got to do revolution. It's not too late now to change the way that you do business in Britain. Tax wealth, not work. Make sure the people who've got the assets are paying for the services that you need. Make sure the services are owned by the government, like water, electricity, hospitals,
Yeah, I agree.
education.
They should be government owned.
And not only the government owned, but owned by you, the government. You know, the democracy, right? Should be owned by the people.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be
shareholders shouldn't be owning
most of the
that.
money that you pump into the NHS and into schools and all that go to people who have invested and want their money back, you know, so shareholders. Interest payments, because we sold. What did we do? We sold a hospital and now we're paying rent for the same hospital. What happened to the money? Where did it go? Didn't come back into Britain, went into an offshore fund or somewhere else.
Yeah, but even like with the hospitals, you know, the nurses, they've been...
Well, I used to work for a recruitment agency that was in the nursing sector.
Yeah.
And the money that they were claiming for contractors is unreal.
And the nurses don't get that.
And that's why half the nurses went to do contracting, because they were earning more money.
Yeah, more money, yeah. Well, that's what they want. They want private healthcare. They want private education. That's what the rich want, right? Because they're happy in their enclaves.
Yeah.
They don't see what's happening in the real world, you know. So that's what they want. And as long as they're okay, and you know, it'll end up, you'll have a fief. You'll have the lord of the manor. You'll have the serfs around. So it's going back to feudalism. In fact, I think Yanis Varoufakis wrote a book about techno-feudalism, where the new lords aren't countries. They're the people like Jeff Bezos and the Facebook guy and all that. And eventually, everybody, even the capitalists, are renting shops from Amazon. You know, if you sell something on Amazon, you have to pay him 40% of the cost. Of the value of the thing, right? So therefore, if you could sell it cheaper, which you can, right? If you could sell it cheaper, Amazon say, right, you're off our platform, so they can't afford not to sell through Amazon. So it's techno-feudalism. In fact, if you read Yanis Varoufakis, if you read Gary's Economics is a good one. Young lad, made good, come from a poor background, made good as a trader, and now he's saying, just a minute. I could either stay in this business and get filthy rich, but it's going to kill the country, or I can tell people about it. So he's got one message: tax wealth, not work. And if you don't sort the inequality out, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse over the next 10 years. It's going to go faster.
Yes, it will.
So you're going back just at the wrong time, unfortunately.
I know.
But you're going back at the right time because you're in the position to stop the bleeding. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Part of the little broadcast over.
That's the end of that.
And I don't know the policies of Farage because I've never read the manifesto. Didn't have anything in it.
I think with Farage though, he's got that ability. He is a good communicator, and I think that's what
He's a better
Starmer-
communicator than Starmer.
You know, he falls flat because he's just not. I mean, you know, I think
Starmer
he-
disappears when the shit's hitting the fan. Where is he? Where's he gone now? He's just out the way. You don't want the flack.
The thing is, if you don't have a position on anything, you can't be called wrong.
No.
No.
You know, so that's also something. But as I say, let's get back to real life, which is how many coffees I've had. John's saying Gary's a plant. See, the thing is, you can say that, right? You can say that, and 50% of the population will believe you and go, yeah, he's a plant. But if you say anything with no evidence to corroborate it, you're just an echo.
Yeah.
You know, you're just an echo.
I think
an empty echo.
I think what opened my eyes to a lot of things was the advent of social media itself. And if you read people's comments, and I thought I was a pretty straight down the middle of the road guy. You know, I was brought up discipline, respect, manners. I served in the forces.
Right.
And you kind of, that's your view of life, and you respect everybody, say hello to them, good morning, all that. And then you look on social media with some comments and you think, how can they possibly look at things in that way when it's quite evident what's happened? It's just...
I think what it is that it's an echo chamber. You get into an echo chamber where you say something and then you believe it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I've got another one here from Rob. Youngsters don't work, they get more on benefits, right?
Yeah.
Now, when I was a kid, that was true.
Yeah.
Right? Youngsters don't work because they get more on benefits. So, how many youngsters do you know that are on benefits right now?
Quite a lot.
Right. Yeah. And here.
Not here. I don't know. I
in
don't
Britain.
think anybody gets much here, do they? They don't.
Well,
get,
no, because they can't.
They don't get benefits here.
They don't
do
get benefits.
No.
And in fact, if you do on benefits, you've got to go and do the work on the road, yeah?
In the UK, you've got a system where there's lots of people do get on benefits, and any excuse, they'll jump onto it. Now, I know they were trying to overhaul the benefit system, and I do agree with that to a certain extent, but it's all about the ones that are sponging, not the ones that genuinely need it.
But the thing is...
And the problem is, as well, you've got people in work that will say, I only want to work 16 hours. Why? Well, because they'll stop my benefits, so they get a top-up. So they get the same as a 40-hour person, but then they're going golfing and stuff.
No, but that to me, right, that is the epitome of the British political system, right?
Yeah.
Is that you've been brought up over the last 30 years to be jealous, right?
Yeah, that's
You've
true.
been brought up over the last 30 years to say that person there is the reason you're not happy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's right.
And I've got a saying which says the only reason to look into somebody else's bowl is to make sure they got enough.
Yeah.
So the amount of benefit fraud, as we say, right, that happens as a percentage of the whole bill, and I'm including pensioners in this because that's a benefit, isn't it, right? So is minute, but it suits the people in power to make you think like that, right? For their reasons, yeah. And to me, it's. I don't blame when people think like that. I don't blame when they can be manipulated. I mean, we're humans. We will be manipulated, right? But if you inform yourself with different... I do ground news. Unfortunately, I don't do ground news as a... Oh, actually, there's a link. If you sign up for ground news and pay them the Vantage system, then I will get a benefit. But it's free. It is free. You don't have to. You can sign up, but you don't have to pay anything. It's free, and what it does, ground news, it brings you a story from multiple sources. Where are we? Ground. G-R-O-U news. So we've got ground news, right? And there's a story. Let's say British. Top international agreement reached to hold Putin-Trump meeting coming days. And let's do Britain. Top international, Blind Spot, Canary Islands, top Europe, top United Kingdom. So the top United Kingdom story, Gordon Brown pressures Starmer to drop 2-child benefit cap. Okay? So there's 14 sources for this for this thing, right? The left are reporting it 33%, the centre 56%, and the right are reporting it 11%, right? So you got the BBC News, Gordon Brown calls for gambling tax to cut child poverty, okay? The Leader Live, Gordon Brown backs gambling tax reform to tackle child poverty. Okay, I can't see them all because I don't pay anymore, but that's another story. But it'll tell you, sometimes there's something on there that is reported by the right-wing press and the left-wing press totally different.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And so you got to read it all to make your own mind.
To make your own, exactly that. Yeah, that's exactly
to make your own mind. So I'm not pushing one or the other.
No.
And I don't think life is left and right. I think it's very grey.
I've never done that. I've looked at things totally from both sides, or any side I can, to form my own opinion.
But going on to what you're saying about looking after family, that is one thing that I will say the people of Tenerife do. They do look after the whole family.
That's one of the things that sold us, when we first started coming here, was the culture, the way that families go out, the way that a youngster will walk with his grandmother who's not very well and not be, oh no, I'm not walking here, it's spoiled my street cred. And they don't. It's just wonderful to see.
I remember once when we first started coming, we were in McDonald's, weren't we? And there were a group of youngsters, and they'd got their old grandma in the corner, but she weren't meant to feel out of it.
Yeah.
She were included.
It's just wonderful, wonderful to see.
Here with the family.
Yeah.
When I first went to Germany, I was surprised that Sunday was special.
Yeah.
At Saturday lunchtime, all the shops closed.
Yeah.
And didn't open till Monday morning. They closed at 6 o'clock at night in the week, and 8 o'clock on a Thursday, and they would call it Schlado, Scheiß Long Donnerstag.
Well, I remember coming here. It used to shut on a Saturday at 12:30, didn't it? They want a shop open.
No.
And then Sunday. Sunday is very busy in the north.
Yeah.
All the families
Mercadona have just started opening Sundays from 10 to 3, but only for the summer. But that's the beginning of the end. I talked to a couple of the people who work there, and I said, do you feel exploited? And they said, not really, because they're giving us a day off and double pay.
Oh, right.
So they're being looked after, yeah?
Whereas they're not doing that in the UK.
No,
that's just a normal.
I remember in the 60s.
Yeah, but you used to get double pay, didn't you, though, in the UK? I can remember getting overtime
double pay and a day in lieu.
premiums. Yeah.
Double pay, day in lieu.
That's another disease in the UK. You've got all these civil servants and oh yes, we only want a 4-day week and blah blah blah, but you still expect that Tesco's worker to be working at 10 o'clock on a Saturday night so you can get the hummus that you forgot to buy.
It's right though, it's mad. It's mad.
Because there's no extra pay at all for any extra hours at all.
When I was a kid and computers were starting to become a thing, right? To me, it was quite funny because we would say the computers will free people up to do what they want.
Yes,
right.
Supposed to.
And let's say you're doing a 40-hour week and you're getting, I don't know, £200 a week. There's a lot of money them days, wasn't it? £100 a week, let's say. No, £100 a month. I think was a lot of money in them days, wasn't it? But you're getting, let's say, £100 a week, right? And then you cut the hours because the computer's taking over, right? Do you still get the £100 a week?
Yeah.
And in the co-op, you would, because it's a co-op, right?
Yeah.
But you've got certain people who say, well, I'm going to reduce my staff bill.
Yes.
Now, reducing the staff bill sounds like a good idea to a businessman.
Yeah.
But then the people who work for you can't afford to buy the shit.
No.
Right?
No.
So it's a false economy.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And that false economy is, I want to pay less tax. Yeah, but there's going to be less services.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, I want to save money. We've got to save money. Yeah, but where's it coming from, right?
Yeah.
And then other people say, you're putting my business at risk. Yeah, because I've got to pay this and I've got to pay that. No.
Yeah.
If the benefit actually goes to the business owner. Yeah, the top-up thing?
Yeah, again.
That benefit doesn't go to the person. That goes to the business owner.
Yeah, of course it does.
It doesn't go to so they're benefiting from cheap labour.
Well, the current situation in the UK is they put the employers' national insurance bill up by another 2% on business owners. So what do? They stop employing, they reduce the staff force, and they're still in the same position. But it means the people in work
I've got less money.
we've got less money, working harder. Then they say they've got mental health. So then it's a burden on the NHS. It just goes round and round.
So can we solve the problem?
No.
I've got a simple solution, which if I went and was a populist and I could sell this to you, right? It still wouldn't solve the problem, unfortunately, right? But it sounds good.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the other populists you're looking at, right? So what time is it now? 10:20 ago. So if I could say, describe in detail what type of world you want to live in.
Yeah.
Start off with your housing. I want everybody to have a nice apartment or house.
Yeah.
I want all the areas around there to be clean and well maintained, right? I want everybody to be able to communicate, so they got to have a phone.
Yeah.
Everybody has a TV, so we can have a bit of entertainment, right?
Yep.
There's got to be on every corner a nice little shop that you can go and get stuff. There's got to be nice pubs that are safe for kids and all that, people on the streets and stuff like that. Clean up everything. I want transport to be good, and I don't want everybody to have a car because that's just going to glut up everything. I'm going to do free transport locally, very quickly and very often, right? And then the long transport, I'm going to invest in trains and monorails and all that stuff, right? And then this is a utopia that you describe.
And
then you say, how much does that cost?
How much does it cost?
Right? And then you say, who gets the money? Right? So if the people get the money, it's okay. So let's say you build this housing complex with beautiful gardens and everything, and it costs so much. The people pay the rent, right? And the rent goes into maintaining the building. Not 80% goes to somebody else and offshore. The whole of the rent goes to maintaining the building. So the rents can be lower. Right? And then find out how much it costs. And then whatever the government has to take care of, like water, electricity, transport, stuff like that, split that among everybody in the same percentage rate. Right? So if you've got assets of like 20 billion, you're going to pay a little bit more. But you're still going to have too much money to spend in your own lifetime. And so that is nobody is giving the rosy future. Nobody. Everybody's telling you what's wrong, and nobody's telling you how you can, what the future is. What do we work towards? You know? Unfortunately, you'll never get that from the left, because the left are a democracy, and a democracy can't move because they've got to ask everybody, what do you think? Right? So they'll never make a decision. The right will do it because that's what the right do. It's one person makes a decision, everybody's like it or lump it. But they're making the decision for their own cronies, not for everybody. So if you had the right wing that thought about the real people, that would be perfect.
David's asking how Christina is after antibiotics.
Christine has always got some sort of infection because of the way she is and what we're using, right? And so she's finished with the antibiotic. Now, she didn't feel ill. She was ill the first time because she had a bad infection. That was done. And then a week later, you've got to have another test. And then the other test says whether you're clear or not. She's not clear. She knew that. So they give another antibiotics. I've got to take on Monday now. No, she's finished yesterday. So Monday, I've got to take another sample to the doctors. And then the following week, I've got to call the doctor and say, what's it like? And she'll say she's still got it. And so I'm not taking any more antibiotics because she feels okay, right? So Christina's okay. She is ill, but we know that, But she lives within her means, and she's enjoying life, She doesn't have to do anything. I do everything for her, and when she wants to do something, I make it happen. She was going to come this morning, but we've got to go out and see our neighbour who's not very well. And later, and she says, would you mind, Tim, that if I didn't come? Because she didn't know it's going to be last time.
No.
Right? So, would you mind, Tim, if I don't come in the morning? I said, no, I'll give her your love and all that.
Yeah, that's fine.
So she did send her love. How's what?
Daughter, Stephanie.
Stephanie's actually quite good because both operations were successful. She's still got a tumour. They couldn't take it all out because it was in a bad place. But what they're doing now, they've taken an MRI and they're going to wait 12 months and take another one to see if it's growing, right? Because the old one must have grown over years, apparently. So they've taken one now, and they monitor every year.
How did she know that she had it?
One eye started going blurry, and when she looked to the left, it was double, right? So we were worried because her mum's got MS. So we were worried it was the first signs of, because this was the first signs of MS with Chris, was the eye, right? So I said, get it, and she didn't want to go because she didn't want to know.
Yeah, I know, right? we all do that, don't we?
So eventually, just before Christmas last year, she went to the doctor and said, have I got MS? And he went, no, but you got a massive fucking tumour. And she went, what? I said, it's not cancerous, he said. We don't think it's cancerous, but we got to check it out because it's pressing against a certain part of your brain that affects your eye. And if that grows, then you're going to lose a lot, you know? So then they did the test. They said, we're going to take it out, but it was like two pieces joined at the middle. Okay. So they got to take one half out from here and then the other from here. So she had 2 operations 3 months apart to get it all out. The middle bit's still there. And unfortunately, after the first operation, they damaged nerves and she can't feel the side of her face. So she's numb on all the side of the face. It doesn't affect the way she smiles or anything, but she just can't feel anything.
Oh, God.
And the biggest problem is she's eating and biting herself inside, doesn't know.
Yeah, because
until she tastes blood, you know. So she's found out now how to stop that, but she's not happy. They've just given her the okay to start driving again, but her husband's just getting a new job further away, so he needs the car. So she's back in the same position where she's got to take the train or walk. And there is a train from where she is to the next village. It's like a local train. Yeah. But it goes once an hour. And unfortunately, it goes 2 minutes before the end of school. So when she picks the kids up, she either walks home, which is 50 minutes, or she waits an hour and gets the train home, which is 2 minutes. So she might need a second car, but...
Whereabouts is she in Germany?
She's in the south, in Bavaria, in one of the areas of Bavaria is called Niederbayern, which is a very rich area, but she's in the north of Niederbayern, which is like farmland. So they're actually living in a farmhouse on the top floor, in the attic, basically. 3-bedroom, a massive veranda, looks out on the paddock with the horses, you know, beautiful place. But there's not a lot there, you know. And so walking to the shops. You can walk to one of the shops. In fact, there's a pub just down the road, so that'd be perfect for me. But no, but she's and her husband's working at this one place where he can take a bike. But if he gets the new job, which is better for him, then it's going to be something else. Yeah.
Our neighbour's going back to Flensburg,
Flensburg, that's where they have all the points.
Near Danish border.
It is, yeah. Flensburg is the central area for traffic points on your licence.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll have to tell him that. We'll have to warn him about that.
He'll know that. He'll know that because basically what they say is it's you get fined €1,000 and 2 points in Flensburg. That's how they say it. You get 2 points in Flensburg. So just say, don't get any points in Flensburg.
Yeah,
and
I'll
he'll know
tell
what you
him
mean.
that.
And I've got 15 points on my licence.
Yeah?
Yeah, which is good here.
Yeah?
Because they take them off you. Here.
Yeah, they take them off here, don't they? Start from the...
They start at 15, and then they take them off you till...
Well, I got a speeding offence.
That were an ordeal.
Yeah, that were an ordeal. I got a speeding offence. I went over to Candelaria to do a vlog, and then I thought I want to get round back and film the... Basilica, and I'd got onto some industrial estate, but I didn't see a camera there. There must have been a freestanding one there, but it seemed to be not police related, more council related.
It is, yeah.
So I had to pay.
They get the money.
I had to pay the fine to the council, but I didn't get any points taken off me.
No.
They just.
It's not a criminal offence.
When we got the letter, we went into Puerto Police Station.
Yeah.
And he was really helpful, the guy.
He says you've got to go back to the council.
To the council in Candelaria, right?
Candelaria on the coast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's no big deal because it is a beautiful place.
Yeah.
Right. So we went there, went to council officers, thinking that we were going to see police. No, it was just a council official come out.
Yeah.
Right. You've got to pay this fine. Right. So he says, right, where can we pay it? Oh, kayaks it. Right,
Again.
Yeah.
No.
Oh no, you're not a client.
We went down there. No, you're not a client. You can't pay it. You can only pay it on a Tuesday. I think we went on Wednesday.
So you have to wait till next week.
We wondered then if we could pay it at Santander, which is our bank. Went there, no, it's got to be Kayaxa. So I says to Steve, right, let's go back to council officers. So he goes back to council officers, and this, it was all right.
Yeah, it was fine.
Oh, you can pay it online. And he
It pulls out the bank details, and I said, well, why don't they put the bank details on the form?
then we
They
got
don't
into
do
a
it apparently in Spain. They won't put it on
conversation
any
about doing it.
document because of fraud.
All right.
So anyway, off we went back, and we did it online then, didn't we? Oh, dear.
What an
I
ordeal.
got a parking fine here.
Yeah.
€200.
Yeah,
They said, but if you pay it within 30
Within a
days,
yeah.
it's €100.
100 off, yeah.
I went up to the council offices. I went in. I said, "Lo siento, he aprendido mi lección."
Yeah,
I've learned my
yeah,
lesson,
yeah.
Lo siento, lo siento. And then he says, "Vive aquí, do you live here?" I said, "Yeah, Kyle Savaki." He says, "Give me that." €40,
Yeah.
right? And then go down to Kayaxa, right? I found out later I could have paid him.
See what I mean?
Yeah, it's not very easy, is it?
You don't want it to be easy. It's part of the. I found a way as well. It's really good, and it's good for you in Britain as well. It works in Britain, right? Along the road, right? When you're driving along the road, there's these hidden signs, right? They're like circles with numbers in them.
Yeah.
And if you match the number on the side of the road with the little number in front of you, you never get a speeding ticket. And not many people know that, right? You've just got to make sure that there's secret numbers hidden on the side
Yeah,
of the road.
that's true, that.
The number in front of you, and if you do that, no speeding tickets.
It's right, isn't it?
The only thing is, if you do that here, you're the danger.
Yeah.
I do 30 in the village, right? I get overtaken by tractors.
I know.
Well, I were only, what was I doing it? It was, I worked it out in, what's her name? I were doing 28 mile an hour in a 20 mile limit, wasn't I? So it was 8 miles over the bloody limit. But I didn't see any camera at all.
Oh dear, it's called kicking off in the comments. Sad Abbas says some research find out where the tax money's going. A lot of it's going to pay interest on a debt to the central bank.
Yeah.
Now find out who controls the central bank. So it does go pay interest on a debt, but I'm not sure whether it's the central bank. And then Alan says, I don't need a lecture from you on all the monetary as I have a master's degree in accounting and economics. So Alan, what's your solution? If you've got a master's degree in economics, you should be able to tell us what to do. Merv says nobody's going to start a business, take on employees, take the risk, maybe work 90 hours a week for an average wage. Merv, there's another way, people say, it's one of these myths, right? I've taken the risk, I earn the money, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm taking the risk coming and working for you.
Yes,
I'm taking the risk.
yeah.
I am putting all my faith that you are a good employer, that you're not gonna drop me when things go bad.
Yeah.
I'm taking the risk, not you.
Yeah, that's right.
All you've done is got access to money, which I don't have.
No.
Yeah, so that taking the risk thing, I've blown that all out the water. Everybody's taking a risk, not just the owner starting a business. And if you start a business and you can't afford to run it unless you have slave wages, it's not a business.
Yeah.
It's not a business. But what I should do a politics channel, because we've got 153 people watching, and I've seen more names now.
Yeah,
right,
than you
new
did
names
before.
Than I've ever seen.
There
in my
you
life.
go.
There you go.
Tim's politics channel.
But the thing is, I don't need a lecture. He wasn't lecturing, he was commenting, right? You don't have to answer every comment, Alan. Okay? Denise is saying, hello, Tricia. There you go. That's what I like. That's what I like. Something nothing to do with me. Yeah. No, nobody's lecturing anybody, Alan. What they're doing is they're giving an opinion and you can take it or leave it. But I've got a wife to tell me when I'm wrong. Right, so I don't need you to tell me when I'm wrong. I just need you to come up with your own.
Oh, they always
your
tell
own
you when you're
solution,
wrong.
yeah? No, I mean, a lot of people don't have solutions, right?
No.
But they can tell you when you're wrong.
Yeah.
You know. But I'd love to hear this solution, Alan. Everton, my first job when I left school, paid me £3 a week. There you go. What did you do, Brian? My first job when I left school was in the Scapa Yarns in Bury. I was in a stock control clerk, and they paid me £102 a month in the bank, in the TSB. I had to get a TSB, £102 a month. My mates who were on the shop floor doing the yarns and all that, they got 30 quid a week, so they were earning more than me, but I had to go dress up like that. And at lunchtime, I could go and sit on the top table and have tea served to me, where they had to go to the cafeteria and all that.
like us.
I was on 9 guineas a week.
Guineas?
Guineas in the army. I joined the army at 16.
Yeah.
As a little boy soldier, started out. 9 guineas a week, and you didn't get all that. So you used to keep. They used to keep so much of it back for when you had annual leave, you know. So you got money to go on annual leave, and.
Can't they just send you to Iraq?
I can remember I was in a room of 14 guys, and they all smoked except for me.
Yeah.
I ended up smoking, didn't I?
Of course you did, yeah.
Because they were all smoking.
You didn't have to hold it, you just had to breathe in the room, I suppose.
I can remember washing people's uniforms and stuff like that, and we had to wash them in the sink. There were no washing machines. Just for some fag money.
For fag money?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, that's terrible. I mean, any drug really, alcohol, tea, smoke. It's.
I only lasted 4 or 5 years, and I packed up, and that was it. Never smoked again.
I smoked a long time.
And you didn't get a tattoo.
And they all had tattoos, and I didn't get a tattoo. I resisted the tattoos.
I'm a tattoo virgin.
Yeah, I resisted that.
Cotswold couple in the trade, and there's other businesses that have closed shops due to employer NI business rates, overheads. I'm glad I work for myself. No, it's true. I mean, if you do work for yourself, good on you.
Yeah,
you know?
It's great.
You're not at the beck and call of an employer.
Exactly.
If you have an employer that is what's the word? Benevolent. If you have a benevolent employer, then the business is probably not going to last very long.
No.
And if you've got an employer that's not benevolent, then you've got no security. You know.
No.
So that's why working for a corporation. I worked for a corporation for 25 years, right? And when I left, they didn't miss me one bit. So I thought, well, why was I there? You know? And basically, it's all games. It's all.
But do you not think that as humans we get into that mentality that we're working for somebody, and we think that organisation could possibly manage without us?
Oh yeah.
And then that's what stopped people living the lives that they should do.
So I was an accountant working in a business, but you know, I thought.
Está fuera. Yo no soy en mi casa.
I thought I was doing a decent job. Well, I was told I was doing a decent job, and but when I left, I never thought that the company would fold or anything like that because I wasn't there. Somebody else will come in. He may not do the job the same way as me, but he'll get to the end result. You know, and that's what happens.
Yeah.
Life moves on. It's just. You know, it's a bit like a football team. You know, the ones that wins the title are because everybody's fitting together as a jigsaw and working, and the ones that aren't are lower down the league because there's individuals in there that aren't working as hard as somebody else.
A sad story like that when you and I were working before we were married was the guy at Harvesters. He stopped on the Friday night and he had a heart attack, and they didn't find him until the Monday morning, and you sort of think,
what am I working for? Yeah. A lot of people that retired and didn't change their life drastically. They go downhill very, very quickly. You know?
Yeah, you have to.
And that's why you've enjoyed the YouTubing.
Yeah, I've enjoyed that YouTubing, and that's
I don't want to
pack it up.
When I retired at 53, right, I came here, and I had the money from the house, although it wasn't as much as I thought I was going to get, because I had to pay 25 grand in interest. That I would have paid had I not sold it. The Germans said, no, you signed a contract to have a fixed interest rate, so you were 65,
so you had to
and you're
pay
selling
that.
early.
Yeah, I know.
Right? So it's called Vorfälligkeits.
Yeah.
It's basically, I think in England, the similar one would be an endowment mortgage, where you
have to pay it off.
Where if you sell the house,
and if there's a shortfall, you've got to pay it back.
You've got to pay it back. So I had to pay 25 grand out of that. I got a golden handshake from work, but they took 50% in tax, right? 50%. So I was getting 100 grand and I ended up getting 50, right? I owed 30 on something else, right? On a couple of things I'd done. I had to give my car back, which was leased, and write a cheque for 3.5 grand to give it back, right? So the actual money that we came here with was lower than we thought, but it was still okay.
Yeah.
And then for 3 years we lived the high life, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, take one yourself, and you know, we'll go out for dinner. I'm not cooking tonight. 3 years later, I'm scratching for money. I'm going out on the street doing magic like this. But that was the happiest part of my life.
Yeah.
Going out on the street and doing magic and putting pennies in the hat.
Money is what we need. We have to function.
Yeah.
But you can be happy with not so much money.
Right.
You know, it's very easy. You just have to organise your life really, and just be happy at what you do.
We were lucky because Christine's pension and the insurance that we get in Germany, you got to pay an insurance. If you're ill, you get looked after, and that's compulsory. And your pension is also compulsory. You've got to pay into a pension fund.
Yep.
There's no sort of state pension.
Yep.
So you've got to pay into the pension fund. You've got to pay into it's called the Pflegeversicherung. In
Yep.
case you need carer, you've got to pay a percentage in. Everybody pays. And at the end of it, if you need care, there's a formula you fill out with yes, no, grade 3, 4, 5, yeah?
Yeah.
And at the end of it, you find out how many points you got, and that's how disabled you are.
Yeah.
A doctor does it, not you, right? So you can't say, oh no. Yeah. So a doctor does it, and then they just say how much services you can have, right? And the services for Christina's grade, I think, was about 500 euros a month. But if you don't take the service, you get half of it in cash for a family member.
Yeah.
So 250 a month. So we got 250 a month out of that, plus Christina's pension. The old age pension goes into a can't work anymore pension.
Yeah.
So it's not a benefit, it's basically just your normal pension. You don't get as much as your old age pension, but you get a certain amount. And that amount, two together, paid the rent, the phone, the electricity, the water.
Yeah.
So all our fixed costs were paid by Christine.
Yeah.
So all I had to do was feed us and any extras.
Yeah.
So that was a great position to
I
be
think
in.
the biggest problem, you know, today is a lot of people try to compare themselves with other people.
That comparison,
How do they have that?
That's
How
Instagram.
can they? I want that.
That's Instagram.
Yeah, it's terrible, really. It's you know this syndrome of trying to outdo somebody and be better than.
Yeah, but that's all. You know, keeping up with the Joneses has always been a type of thing. But I think at the moment now, you see a lot of people that look happy, right? I don't think they are happy.
No.
I don't think they're happy.
Well, there was a thing on television today, I think it was Bono's daughter were getting married, and they took over a village, I think in
Tuscany.
No, I think it was in Cotswolds somewhere, and he'd spent £5 million on this wedding, and then you think, but then you've got somebody like him stood on telling us that's earning no more money to go and pay into Live Aid, and you thought £5 million on a
5
wedding,
million
is
is yeah.
The thing is, if you look at what I get as a pension, right, and you look at what somebody gets in, let's say, Bali as a pension, right, I'm a millionaire to them, right, but it's the difference between your income and the cost of living.
Yeah, exactly.
And where does inflation come from? Inflation comes from money being created in society with no growth in the economy.
Yeah.
So that means the money is being weighed against the production value of your country.
Yeah.
And if the money's more than the production value, then the money has to devalue, which means you've got to print more to get the same stuff. And that's where inflation comes in. And how do you stop that? There's certain things you can do. Economic masters will be able to tell us what to do. I'm not an economic expert, but I've listened to experts, and it's very hard to get inflation into check, right? But who do we owe them? Where does the money go? That's how I always say. We talked about the hotels, right? Who owns the hotels? They're getting the money, not the migrants, right?
No.
And where does the money go? If you follow the money, then you'll find out. And what happens to the money? You'd be surprised what happens to the money.
At the end of the day, whether you've got Jeff Bezos's money or you've got nothing, we all end up in the same position.
Exactly. I'd rather die kicking and screaming and burnt out than worried about where my next meal's coming from.
Yeah.
You know? And I've always said, I don't know whether I invented it or not, make sure everybody's got enough and then gorge yourself.
Yeah.
And then gorge yourself.
Yes, you're
because
right.
if you kill the base that's paying you, you're going to end up with no money.
Yeah.
But as we've sort of spoke just recently, it's family.
Family.
It's family.
Yeah, family comes first, always first. Always first.
we know families have arguments, but then I also don't get these families that have sort of fell out with somebody and they've not spoke for
15
until
years.
they go to the funeral.
Yeah, my cousin actually fell out with her mother and didn't go to the funeral. I find it bizarre.
I'm not going to my own funeral.
No.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologise for not reading all your things. Nobody's going to start up a business. We did that one. We're all created in God's own image, says Neil. Really enjoying your live stream today, says Alistair. Do some research. See, don't tell people what to do. All you got to do is say what your opinion is and let them take it or leave it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's when you get the. I mean, I know I do it as well, but just say what you think and let us all decide together. Starmer's entered the room. 149 in chat. Politics numbers go up. There you go. 11 quid here. Cotswolds couple, when I started apprenticeship, was paid 83 pence per hour. Got my first place slip somewhere. Oh dear. Dendally den, I think whatever's your pocket determines your politics. That is also true. Yeah, the richer you get, the more you want to keep it.
Yeah.
Stephen Moody, and you may not enjoy the politics today, but it's been really interesting to watch. Cool dude. 167 on, wow. Can't wait to get back over to Tenerife, says Tat. Travel awesome together. Stephen, interesting point, but enough is enough. Exactly. English, love politics, gets people talking.
He always does.
Surely, me and money is just not my thing. I've been lucky in some sense. My hobbies led me to nursing, and now I'm off to volunteer my counselling skills. So local charity do every Thursday. Well done. Volunteering is always good. Okay, we're going to finish it here. Just say ta-ra, and then you can bugger off.
Aye.
I'd like to thank Denise and Steve for coming in today, and I do hope that
we've had a blast in Tenerife,
yeah,
and we've made some good friends in a good community, and we'll keep talking.
But don't stop watching. Don't stop watching NTM. The new channel will be disclosed shortly when it's the point. And we're going to finish it here. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining us today. Sorry about the over-political model
bias.
today. We'll tomorrow morning, on my coffee morning, we'll go back to talking about sun, sea, sand and sangria. And you've been watching TimothyDowd.com. Okay, so we're going to finish it here. The secret word of the day is... we got to find a different one. Secret word of the day is SELTZ. SELTZ. For the Americans, SELTZ. SELTZ. So don't put it in the chat here, put it in the comments when we're finished, and it'll prove that you've watched till the end. If you do want to speak politics in the comments, that's great, but please be respectful, please be honest, and please have integrity. Those are the three tenets of the channel: respect, honesty, and integrity. And as long as you keep it like that and give your opinion, then that's fine. Do not judge anybody else's opinion, because it is a culmination of their education, okay? So all we can do is educate ourselves. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.
Bye.